I wanted to talk about this MS-13 case out in Baltimore, man, because this is a good case to let all the kids know about the trappings of being involved in gang life. So let me run this down really quick. Three members of MS-13 were just convicted in a federal indictment in Baltimore. So let me pull up the article on this, and also have a clip. But the U.S. Justice Department indicted a whole bunch of MS-13 guys a year ago, and they were just convicted. So a federal grand jury just convicted three men, Wilson Galdomez, Marco Saravia, 26, from El Salvador originally, and Edis Venezuela Rodriguez, known as Little Felon, 24 years old, of Honduras, and Jonathan Puerto, known as Truny, who's 24, of Honduras. They were convicted for conspiring to participate in racketeering enterprise involving murder, attempted murder, and a murder in aid of racketeering. According to the court documents and evidence presented at trial, the defendants were members of MS-13 and are originally from immigrants from Central America, and were engaged in criminal activity in the state of Maryland, including Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and other places in Maryland. MS-13 have well-organized cliques, smaller groups, et cetera, et cetera. And in this particular case, these three guys were found guilty. But they weren't found guilty without the testimony of other MS-13 members, Munchie. So let me play the short clip, and this is for all the youngsters out there. This is how it's going down in many places throughout the United States.
Well, another member of the MS-13 gang took the stand against three fellow members currently on trial in a federal racketeering conspiracy case. Investigators say the conspiracy involves several murders and attempted murders across greater Baltimore, including that of a 16-year-old girl. Alexa Ashwell has the very latest.
The jury has wrapped for the day here inside federal court. Three MS-13 gang members have now testified against the three MS-13 members currently standing trial on federal racketeering-related charges. At least two have already taken plea agreements, including Walter Orella Hernandez, who took the stand today on behalf of the U.S. government. He testified his involvement, along with the defendants, in several crimes, including the murder of 16-year-old Gabby Arden at Loch Raven Reservoir in Baltimore County back in 2020. The murder of Michelle Elizabeth Tenzaka in Baltimore City. Orlana Hernandez confirming the women were killed under suspicion they were associating with the rival 18th Street gang, but agreed he knew that specifically wasn't true for Tenzaka. And at least two attempted murders. Now, during cross-questioning, the defense reiterated his involvement in the crimes, as well as the benefits in testifying, hoping for a lighter sentence, avoiding deportation, and possibly getting into the federal witness security program. This questioning on par with the defense's opening statement to the jury, saying the members are simply testifying to save themselves, and there's a credibility issue on their testimony. When this trial began last week, it was said it's expected to last at least 4 weeks. Witness testimony will continue tomorrow. Reporting outside the federal courthouse, Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
Those guys were already convicted thanks to their former colleagues from the set.
And MS and 18th Street, they going up everywhere.
Yeah, man. They're going up like right down the street from our studio here. There's an MS and 18th Street. Basically, that's where it started. The MS 18th Street rivalry started right there in the Pico Union area, right off of between Pico and Wilshire down Hoover, and it's spread all over the world. And here we are in Baltimore talking about 18th Street and MS-13 rivalry, 3,000 miles away. But boys and girls, don't join gangs, because one, you might get caught up in a serious indictment and you might have to sit down for about 20, 25 years. And secondly, your former colleagues might come to court and testify against you, especially if they're trying to prevent themselves from getting deported back to their home countries, or they don't want to do that whole 20 years, 25 years. They want to get a lesser sentence. So I think this case right here is a great example for the young folks.
No, agreed.
So this was in federal court too, and this was over a investigation that lasted 18 months. And there are others that are awaiting trial or have already been convicted, but there were multiple defendants on this case, but 3 of them decided to cooperate. And I don't think you're going to get a case that has, let's say, a case that has 10 or more people on it. Maybe if you have, I'm thinking like, is there a case with, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 or more people where everyone keeps their mouth shut? You know, other than that motorcycle one that we know in Texas. You familiar with that one?
Yeah, they did that. They in the books for that one.
Yeah,
that history.
Yeah, and that was at least like almost like 70 people arrested.
That was gangster.
Yeah. How do you manage to have that much composure when the group is that large?
Robin, good morning. Law enforcement here still very much on guard this morning. You know, in the wake of the shooting, a statewide bulletin was issued stating that gangs had an order to kill anyone in uniform. This morning, newly released mugshots of some of the 170 bikers taken into custody after the shootout that left 9 dead and 18 injured at this Texas restaurant. They appear to include members of the notorious Bandidos, Scimitars, and Cossacks biker gangs.
Someone's been shot.
This video shows the chaos unfolding, violence starting in the restroom and quickly spilling out into the parking lot. The bikers using brass knuckles, knives, chains, clubs, and guns.
170 individuals have been charged with engaging in organized crime in reference to a capital murder case at Twin Peaks.
Cops lining up the gang members on the curb, loading them into buses and squad cars. Each gang member being held on a $1 million bond. Investigators were still processing the crime scene Monday, gathering evidence with snipers on the lookout. Are you worried at all about possible retaliation?
Certainly something that we are aware of.
Edward Winterhalter was a member of the feared Bandidos for 6 years.
They lost something in their childhood, and in the motorcycle club they find a sense of family that they never had.
He's written 10 books on biker culture. He says for bikers, territory is everything.
I think the potential for more violence is there.
The Bandidos have a saying, cut one, we all bleed. The ruthlessness featured on the show Gangland.
Passes on the highway, that'd be a mistake.
Charles Falco is a former ATF contractor who spent years trying to take out these gangs. He requested we not show his face.
At least half of them are involved in some sort of constant criminal activity.
According to the Department of Justice, there are more than 300 so-called outlaw motorcycle gangs across the country with thousands of members. But the Bandidos, along with 4 other biker gangs, are classified as the serious national domestic threat. The feds say involved in everything from drug trafficking to prostitution. 2 big questions this morning. How will prosecutors try all 170 people in custody? And will they pursue the death penalty?
And they all walked.
Yeah, they all had to be released. And you know what? If everybody in the county jail, if everyone in the county jail did these 2 things, keep their mouth shut and request for speedy trial, more of you people would beat your cases. Because the county jail and the LA court system is not prepared for everyone to request a speedy trial, which is your constitutional right. You notice how, I don't know if you pay attention to this, but the courts are always saying, such and such defendant, are you willing to waive your right for speedy trial?
Yeah, waive time.
Yeah, you want to waive your time because they
want you to.
Yeah, they want you to because there's no way they can do all these trials. So once they got that out the way, once you've given up that right, boom, they got you in a great position to either make you take a deal or wash you up.
But then you got these public defenders that'll be like, they suggest that you should waive time. Oh, I need more time to look into this. We gather this and we could bring you back. And you know what I'm saying? And really, you should just move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you It depends, because
murder cases take time.
Yeah.
Now you don't want to rush yourself into a life sentence. With like murder cases, you know, over time laws change. There'll be new case laws every day. Witnesses forget things. Witnesses die over the time. If the case going on for 3-4 years, he might have died last year, and that was the star witness. So sometimes it's in your benefit to waive time and take your time with the case.
Yeah, because everybody else in the county jail might be doing the same thing. The point is, everyone has to go to speedy trial. I mean, if there's 400 people,
You don't have to. I think what you mean? Everybody have to go.
Meaning that no one should be giving up their right.
Oh.
If everyone maintains that right, the court system cannot handle you.
They'll be overwhelmed.
Yeah. So at some point you're gonna get released.
Right.
And then they might, if it's a serious enough case, they'll probably refile on you, hopefully within the statute of limitations, if they can, or they might just say, forget it. We got more important things to worry about.